Brilliant Minutes, sponsored by Sinclair Heating and Cooling for 24/7 comfort on call.
Bread in space.
Had a few thoughts.
One of our favorites.
Yeah, had a few thoughts we didn't get time yesterday
Okay.
to do, so I thought we'd just finish them up today.
Okay.
First of all, this very beautiful picture of Venus. This was taken by a Japanese spacecraft, by the way. Ultraviolet light, so this isn't how it would appear to the human eye, but it is one of the finest photographs I've ever seen of Venus. And speaking of Venus, guess what's making the headlines once again? Phosphine. This was one of the first stories we had when Action 2 News at 4:30 started a couple of years ago. Phosphine is generated by microorganisms here on Earth. It's very stinky. If you've ever dredged up muck out of the bottom of a swamp or the bottom of a lake, you've smelled phosphine. You know what it smells like, okay? But here on Earth, it's a sign of life. It's created by life. They've detected it previously in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Now they've detected it shallower in the atmosphere of Venus. Now, even though Venus is very hot at the surface, like 900 degrees hot, about 30 to 60 miles above the surface, it's very comparable to Earth-like temperatures.
Okay.
So they're thinking this might be where they're seeing that now. We're still almost a decade away from NASA sending a probe, but it's still back in the news once again that maybe there's something there.
That will be on the probe's agenda, no question.
Absolutely. All right, what's up next? European Space Agency's Mars Express in orbit around Mars. In fact, it's its 20-year anniversary, essentially. It launched on June 2nd in 2003. It arrived there December 25th in 2003, still fully operational. Now, as it departed Earth in 2003, it looked back from about 5 million miles and sent back this great picture of our Earth and our moon, okay? So for the 20th anniversary, even though it's in orbit around Mars, they've said, let's point it around, take a picture of Earth and the moon. The Earth is that bright spot in the center, and you can see the moon rotating around the Earth. So the moon's orbit around the Earth takes 29 and a half days, okay? But that's
that's pretty cool.
That's an interesting perspective. Now, speaking of the moon, what do you think of this story? Come on, computer.
That's the story? No,
well, I don't know. It may be because it doesn't want to seem to advance here.
Time for some batteries.
Here we go. Scientists discover huge heat-emitting blob on the far side of the moon. What's this? Now,
that's a great space term, by the way. Blob.
Right. This is the side of the Earth side of the moon that faces the Earth continuously because the moon spins this way at the same speed it goes around the Earth. So this side we always see. The far side, which is the distant side, is very heavily pitted for meteors because it's always facing outer space. But it's that corner of the far side that they're finding this hot blob. It's about 31 miles across, and it's about 18 degrees warmer than the surroundings, which is quite a bit. What could this possibly be? Well, they think it's likely caused by natural radiation emanating from a huge buried mass of granite, which is not common outside of the Earth. And this is just like radioactive decay, if you will. The volcano itself hasn't erupted for 3.5 billion years. And a quickie, Northern Lights. Tonight will not be a no-show, or will not be there. Okay, but good news. Tomorrow night, this is the latest projection. This will be Friday night. From about the Fox Cities northward, they should be visible if the skies are clear. If it's not cloudy.
All right. Brad, thanks so much. Have a great weekend. Today's Thursday. Yeah.